Anybody want to take this one?
I hate to say this, but Tyreek Hill.
Here we
Has
go.
been-
Here we go. What's going on, Fanatics? Albert Torres here for the Morning Fanatic podcast. And man, it's been a long time running. We've been MIA, but we're back. The crew is here. We've got the filthy Texican, Carlos Gonzalez, and the Black Mamba, Joey Jurado. What's going on, guys?
Oh,
Been
you
too
know,
long.
Just going through it.
Yeah. It's been too long, far too long. And, you know, even though I've been having some camera issues as we speak and we're doing this recording, we're going to try to pull through it and see what we can do. But aside from that, anything you guys want to add on before we get started?
Nah, let's hop right to it.
All right. The Dallas Cowboys finally got a win Thursday night against the team with a winning record this season after their come-from-behind win versus the Seattle Seahawks. And there was a no-fly zone for the Eagles in Philadelphia after they got punched in the mouth by the San Francisco 49ers. This all sets up the Sunday Night Football showdown between the Cowboys and Eagles in Jerry's world, where the Cowboys have won 14 straight. Who will ultimately win the NFC East? Guys, and if you don't mind, I think I might take this one here first.
Go ahead.
Go for it.
All right, and ultimately, man, this one's a tough one because you guys know that I want to go with my heart, but I got to think a little bit here. I really do. And, you know, I'm always going to be Cowboys. But there's some things that concern me. I think the Cowboys are going to win regardless. Versus the Eagles at home, they're going to win their 15th straight game. The Cowboys average...
I see
Huh?
an error in your camera. Carlos. Do you see it? Or is it just me?
going on.
Yeah, everything looks normal to me.
I see it here normal
You
as
see it?
No,
my
I
bad.
s-
Something
I didn't mean to
fucking
interrupt.
Something came off my headset.
No, it's all good. So, yes, so the Cowboys at home, they're averaging 41 points per game, and the Eagles on the road, 24.3. So, that's a discrepancy there that I feel the Cowboys are going to capitalize on. Now, if the Cowboys beat the Eagles and both teams win out, the Eagles have all the tiebreakers, man. So even if the Cowboys beat the Eagles are going to have to collapse. And man, they have an easy schedule moving forward. The Eagles have at Seattle versus the Giants versus the Cardinals at the Giants. Easy as fuck schedule. I don't think they're going to collapse. And they have the common, what's called like the tiebreakers that they have. They have the common games record, and they have the conference record that it's going to be on their favor. Right now, the Cowboys are 6-1, and the Eagles are 6-3. So at this point, the Cowboys are going to have to win out, which is going to be at Buffalo, at Dolphins, versus Lions, at Commanders. I think they're probably going to lose versus the Dolphins. I hope not, but we'll see. All in all, to say, I think the Eagles are actually going to win the division. But the Cowboys, if they win out, you better fucking watch out. You better not cry. The fucking Cowboys are coming to town. Because they're going to, if they fucking win out, they would be on a 9-game winning streak heading into the playoffs. They're going to be red hot as fuck. So you better watch out, and you better not fucking cry, Joey.
You honestly believe that?
Yeah, I
You
do.
you do know what months we're going in?
Oh.
Man, I knew you were gonna say.
Hey,
December.
Mike, I know you were too, Carlos. Joey. But Mike McCarthy, since he became the Cowboys head coach,
Here we go.
he's
Same
11-2. He's 11-2 in December.
The
He's
same
11-2,
year.
Joey.
3 years, right? Or 4 years?
Yeah, 3 years. And one of those years was when Dak got hurt, man. He didn't have Dak. His first season, actually.
Carlos, any thoughts?
I mean, I just have a hard time being fair whenever we're talking Philadelphia Eagles or the anomaly that is Carson Wentz. Uh, but yeah, I see it. The only way possible is if the Eagles somehow collapse, but they've been winning close games. They don't really, for a number one seed, like it's not a convincing number one seed. It's almost like they've got more gas than you or they play more physical than you, but they're not necessarily better than you.
You're talking about
Mhm.
the Eagles, right?
Correct.
Do we want to look at the Cowboys record and their schedule?
What about it?
Yeah,
It's only one. It's
I
only
just
one game
explained it.
difference, no? Or are you
Who
talking
had-
about who they faced?
Yeah, who they face, who they beat,
Uh,
and what
I
happens when they play against the top dogs in the NFC.
I don't dissect it so far deep into it like that because, I mean, Jeff Saturday said it great this morning on Get Up and on the Pat McAfee show. He's like, you can't blame me for who I have to go up against. Like he doesn't make
You're
the
right.
schedule. It's
You're
just
ri-
it's
you're
just their
no,
opponent.
Joey.
You're completely right, but that's fine. But it's just the fact that I mean,
And you're right.
let's-
I can't argue that point, but we have yet to see the games that actually matter at the back end of the season. The ones in the beginning of the season, I'm not gonna say they're not important, but if you can beat who you're supposed to beat, and if you're getting beat early in the season, I can live with that. If you're correcting it and it's a different way of losing
So,
later on. If
Joey,
getting
you're
beat the
gonna-
same way.
they're
I have a
not.
problem
They're
with
not
that.
better. They're not better than San Francisco or Philadelphia.
I didn't say that.
No, I know. I'm just.
Who,
saying.
Philly?
I thought. Wait, wasn't the
not better than
question? Are they
Philly.
gonna? The Cowboys are not better than Philly.
No, they're not better than Philly.
What?
They're not better than Philly.
Yes, they are. Defensively, they're better.
I don't care about stats. I don't care about stats. They
Joey, but so
That's
then
fine.
because the Cowboys have had a weaker schedule, like that's
it.
why.
That's the only thing they can put on
I'm
this
just-
season.
I'm going
Because
I'm just
look-
going based off performances on head to head.
Because look, Joey, if we're gonna talk about the Cowboys' weak schedule, then we should talk about the Eagles because I looked at that.
They have the same schedule. They play the same. They play the same opponents.
Right, yeah, they play both of them would have played the AFC East and the NFC West. And then the only difference since they added that stupid extra game is just the Eagles played the Chiefs and the Cowboys played the Lions. Like those are their only different opponents that they're going to have in their schedule. Other than that, they've played the same. It's just Cowboys are playing Buffalo and the Dolphins and the Lions at the end of the schedule, where the Eagles have it easy as fuck with the Giants twice, the Cardinals, and the only maybe trap game could be Seattle. At Seattle.
Yeah, but
I still think it's 49ers, Philly, and Dallas.
But division. So
How many
division,
teams
you've got who do y'all got for the division then?
In the division, Philly's gonna win it.
yeah, I think Philadelphia's gonna continue.
I say
to
by
get
default,
locked
too.
for the number one spot.
Because I don't think they're gonna fall versus
You
the
know what?
Giants.
You know what? I'll go this much. Next game, Philly and Dallas. That's gonna decide whoever wins that game is gonna decide that is gonna win the division.
No,
I'll
but
tell you that much.
even if the Cowboys win, Joey, they're gonna be like tied. And if they both win out from there, like the Eagles have all the tiebreakers. So it really like I think it's just default at this point, unless the Eagles collapse and they
No,
lose
if the
two.
Cowboys- if the Cowboys beat them in the second matchup, how would they be winning all the tiebreakers?
Because they would have basically they're gonna have the same division record because I don't see the Eagles losing to the Giants twice, and the Cowboys are also gonna win out. So they basically beat each other once. So they'll be, and then the common record tiebreaker, like versus common teams, the Eagles are gonna win that. And even if let's say the Eagles lose to the Cardinals and then the Cowboys lose one of the four, then they would be tight there. They would be tight there. And then the Eagles have the conference record, like a better conference record. So they've got two tiebreakers in their favor. The only way is going to have to be Eagles collapse and lose two more games. On top of that, the Cowboys have to win out or maybe only lose one game.
Gotcha.
So it's going to be,
Definitely a little bit against them.
but like I said, if we win out, we're going to be on a 9-game winning streak heading into the playoffs.
As a
Hot
wild
as
card
fuck.
again, right?
As a wild card again and hot as fuck. Imagine we're going to be a 14-win team as the fucking wild card.
Nah, I don't like the sound of
NFC fucking beast.
that deep predictions, but that's what we're talking about. I mean, that sounds great, but if we like, not that I put too much on a division title, but I'll reword it and say if we don't get home field, what the fuck does a 14-win season do to me, man? Like,
It's funny
Well-
all these what if scenarios are coming from you, Bert, because you hate all these like.
I do. I hate them, but hey, I have to put into perspective like what
we're-
happens.
yeah, we're kind of there already. Like, what is this week? What
14? It's going
No,
14.
sorry, 14. Why the fuck did I
Yeah.
say 11? I think
We're
I have
going-
those Jordan 11s in mind this weekend. Sunday night.
So, man, so by default, unless the Eagles fucking
Yeah,
collapse,
a collapse or some miracle by both the Giants.
Hey,
and the
which-
Cardinals.
And also Dallas has to beat Philly at Buffalo
Oh, that's
Yeah.
that's the real tester.
and Detroit.
Regardless of how they face out. That's
in
the real
December,
tester.
in
the
December.
month of December.
But Mike McCarthy's 11-2. And hey, Joey, I've
Oh my
fucking
God.
said about Mike McCarthy that he was going to lower Dak Prescott's interceptions down. So far, so good. So far, so good.
Okay. That one-
But, all right, any last thoughts on that, guys?
as always, when talking about them, as a last thought, fuck Philly.
I love it. And we're going to move on to our next topic then. So, the end of the NFL regular season is right around the corner, and there are new faces in the favorites to win the 2023 NFL MVP according to BetMGM. Las Vegas has Dak Prescott and Brock Purdy as the co-favorites to win the award, while Jalen Hurts is right behind them. Who is your 2023 NFL MVP right now? Anybody want to
I
take this one?
I hate to say this, but Tyreek Hill.
Here we
Has
go.
been-
Here we go.
I hate to say this, but I mean, without him, Tua would be a fucking backup quarterback.
But right now, Joey, like right now,
Yeah.
I'm saying if I was gonna talk about this too. If Tyreek were to break the single season record with an extra game in the season, but I mean, regardless,
I think he's gonna do it before, no?
I mean,
No
he
mames.
Joey,
he
plus
needs-
5,000 to win the award. Wait, no mames.
you should go make a bet then.
Yeah. Who do you're asking? Who do I think is gonna win?
Yeah.
Right?
Oh no, right now,
Hill.
right now, no, right now. Who's the
Right now,
NFL?
Tyreek Hill.
Wow.
Not who's gonna win. Who's the MVP currently? I understand.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think right now Tyreek Hill. I think the way he's been fucking balling, he's breaking and he's making what's his name?
1,324 yards, 10 touchdowns.
Who did you want me to say? CJ Stroud?
No, I thought you were gonna say Dak Prescott.
I wouldn't.
When you were
Never.
saying I hate, that's why-
Yeah, but he just set us up.
Ever.
I know you just
Fuck
set us.
no.
You just set us up with the. I hate to say it, but that's what got Albert and me.
yeah, I was like, holy
Never.
shit, Joey's.
Oh,
Ever.
yeah, you got us.
No.
With
It's because look,
You're gonna make your case?
yes,
You're
look,
gonna
look,
make your
look.
case? You're about to make
Let,
your
let,
case.
let me go real quick here, in case my camera ends up. I can't believe it's holding off right now. So
the, don't jinx it.
let me go here. So, you know what dictates an MVP, Joey? It's a quarterback award, basically. So that's one, and there's always a team record or the best team and stats. So let me throw in a little bit of stats here.
You forgot one component.
What?
You forgot one component.
Which one is it?
Okay, you all those whatever you said, but
Mm-hmm.
if you remove that player from that team, can they still be as successful?
Okay. I mean,
You
we
weren't
can add
expecting-
that. We
okay,
can
you weren't
add that.
expecting that one.
No, we can add that. No. Whoa. Then
Before you
yes.
leave- before
Yes.
you leave with
Cooper,
the
you
stats.
think Cooper Rush is going to fucking have 3,000 yards so far? I don't think. he's
Yeah.
got 3,000.
So look, let's go back to the stats real quick. Let's pause it right there. We'll come back to it. Let's look at Dak and Brock because they're the two favorites right now, and I agree with that. Dak is second in QBR and passer rating and completion percentage. Brock Purdy and Dak both have 6 interceptions. Dak leads the NFL in passing touchdowns with 26. Brock Purdy has 23. But Purdy is first in QBR, passer rating, and completion percentage. So he edges Dak there. Now, let's look at a little bit deeper stats here. Dak has not thrown an interception in back-to-back games this season. Brock Purdy, he did it for 3 straight games, and that was their worst stretch of the season so far for the 49ers. It's when they lost to
I know. Yeah, I know.
to Vikings, Browns, and who was the other team? Vikings, Browns, and Bengals.
Chargers? Oh, Bengals.
So I know Dak started off slow, and people are giving Dak shit that he's not the MVP for starting off slow. But Brock Purdy had a pretty shitty 3-game stretch after beating the Cowboys. And Dak, since then, he's been balling. Now, Dak, where I give back the edge to Brock Purdy is Dak lost to the 49ers, so that's a head-to-head matchup. And he lost to the Eagles, but he played really good versus the Eagles. Now, Dak has thrown, let me put Dak back on the pedestal here. Dak has thrown for 4 touchdowns in a game 3 times this season. He leads the NFL 3 times. Brock Purdy has done it twice, but you know where it kind of edges back up again? Sure, he's only done it 1 less time than Dak, but he did it versus the Cowboys and the Eagles, where the matchups mattered. All in all, sorry for going on that long fucking shit.
You
But-
preach whatever you got to preach.
I'm going to go right now. I hate to say it, but it's too close to call that Purdy has won the big games that have mattered, and that's why I'm going to give him the edge right now.
The NFL's
Surprising.
not passing up an opportunity to award a Cowboy, especially with an MVP. It just they're
So
It
you're
isn't.
saying, you're wait, hold on, Bert, just to clarify, you're saying Purdy is your MVP right now?
Yeah, man. Unfortunately, Dak is balling. He deserves to be in the conversation, though. But like I said, Brock Purdy, they have similar stats, super close. But Purdy has more of the stats in the QB rating, completion percentage, QBR, and he beat Dak one-on-one, and he beat the Eagles, the best team in the NFL right now, supposedly record-wise. So he has the big wins and the big stats. I can't knock him down for that.
He's got more yards. He's got
Dak-
the same amount of touchdowns. Dak only beats him in interceptions and percentage. I think Dak has a better percentage.
Mm-hmm. So it's very close. It's very, very, very close. I mean, Joey, I was actually going to talk about this with Tyreek Hill. If he breaks the record, depending how big, he could be maybe top 2. I don't know if he's going to win it, but maybe. Maybe. I would give him a fair shot at like
What's the record?
1,900 yards.
Yards.
1,960 something, I believe, or 40 something. It's like
No one's got-
1,900.
No one's gotten 2,000.
Mm-mm. Not even Megatron.
Rice.
Mm-mm. I think whoever had who had the record before? I think somebody.
Megatron?
Yeah, Megatron, but he didn't. I think Jerry Rice might have had it, but
I think he didn't play like the last game or something like that.
But this is also with one more game in the
extra
season, right?
game. Yeah, but Tyreek Hill's pretty close. He needs like 500 yards in these next 5 games, and I mean, I'm pretty sure he could maybe
He's
get a
fucking doing
fucking
it with, like,
200 yard.
6 catches.
Yeah.
Then again,
Yeah,
you know,
because
like I
CD
said,
Lamb, I
fucking
was-
Washington, like fucking defensive game plan was fucking horrible. You know, this one fucking guy, all
Yeah.
he does is go fucking vertical, and they did not fucking bring safety help, like at all. Like that was stupid.
Yeah, no over the top help. Shit,
But-
you need both safeties back there because wherever he's gonna go is going over the top.
But
Fucking
back to it.
prevent defense.
I'm still not gonna be impressed with Prescott. Whatever the fuck he's doing, he's just gonna come back to normal.
Joey,
It's
I,
just,
I
he
was
is,
talking shit too.
If he gets the award, you're still not gonna respect him.
No, I'll give him credit. Hey, hats off. But hey, bro.
Hats off, no
Hey,
mas.
get it done where you need to get done. What is that gonna do? Is that gonna save his career? No, it's not. It's still.
He's gonna get a big ass
it's-
contract.
It's because here's the thing. You have to look at it to where like the Cowboys are where they are. Why? Because they're a certain tier of a franchise. They're expected to be at a certain level every fucking year. You
Mhm.
can't. They're not the fucking. What's the bottom feeders? You know, like it, okay. I'll even say it, the fucking Texans. Them making the playoffs is a fucking accomplishment. Them getting a certain CJ Stroud getting MVP, that's a fucking accomplishment. The Cowboys making the playoffs, you're supposed to make the fucking playoffs every fucking year. Like that's what going back. I hate to go off topic, but that's my argument when it comes to the Lakers. When we talk about the whole AD thing, he got you a fucking trophy. That's one fucking year. I'm not gonna be bragging about that 2020 trophy for the next 20 years. I'm sorry, Cleveland. That's the only thing you're gonna have to fucking talk about is a 20.
You were on a 10-year drought, Joey, or more.
Okay, I know, but again, we're the Lakers. We don't hang conference trophies. We don't hang division trophies. We don't hang. We hang championship fucking banners. The Cowboys are expected to be at a certain level every fucking year. Again, Dak Prescott. This and getting MVP doesn't fucking matter. Getting coach of the year doesn't fucking matter. If you don't produce the next 2 fucking years, you're gone. That's the way it is. So that's just my argument. To me, Dak is like, hey bro, you can get MVP all you fucking want. You can lead your team to a 14-2 record every fucking year. But where it matters most, and he knows it, I'm pretty sure he knows it, is that you gotta fucking produce in the
Yeah,
playoffs.
you do.
Super Bowl.
And that's what
what
I'm getting right now. He has me back on that fucking fish hook. Dak has me there. Come playoff time, I hope I'm not being set up just to get fucking heartbroken again and be fucking pissed off. Oh man, that's what I'm not hoping. But he looked like he's finally. And Aaron Rodgers, did you guys hear that interview where he was saying that he's finally commanding the offense? He's making the reads. He's making the adjustments. That's what I was fucking talking about all this time that I never saw. And you know, all it took was, here we go. That's all it was. But
I thought you were gonna say ayahuasca.
maybe, shit. And speaking of Rodgers coming back, we might have to fucking, if I sprain an ankle or something, give me some fucking ayahuasca to get healed in a day.
Hey, yeah, if he fucking comes back.
But yeah. All right, guys. Well, Joey, let's hit this next topic that I feel it could potentially trigger a fellow Texan fan right here. And the first season for the first 2 overall picks of the 2023 NFL draft is almost over. So far, CJ Stroud seems to be having better team success than Bryce Young this season. If they were drafted by the other team instead, would Young be having a better team success, Joey?
If you put Bryce Young in the Texans?
Yeah.
Bryce Young in Houston.
No.
Would the Panthers be better than they are right now?
So the Panthers would be...
They would be a little better. I've said it. I've said it for years. I'm very confident there should be video evidence of me saying Stroud to me was the quarterback to fucking get. And I was fucking ecstatic when they got him, but I do not trust Bama quarterbacks for the love of me. I never.
But do you trust
The
Jalen
only
Hurts?
exception, I was about to say that. Hey, let me finish, sir. Let me finish. The only
So let's skip
exception
Bayless.
to Jalen
It
Hurts-
is my
the
turn.
on- The only exception is the fact that he went to Oklahoma and he learned how to be a quarterback. He got more freedom. He played with what's his name? The fucking QB guru, whatever the fuck his name is. He's now at USC, but he played with him, made him who he is, and learned how to play. Like he's like, no, you're gonna go out there, you're gonna ball, you're gonna run this fucking offense. You're not gonna.
No.
I don't know, remember his name. I don't fucking know. But yeah, he's the only exception. If he didn't leave Bama, I don't think he improved a lot going to fucking Oklahoma. But I just don't trust it. Plus Bryce Young is too short, too small.
He's what, 5'11" or
physically.
6 foot, Joey?
He can't.
So is Hurts, no, and Russell Wilson.
What about Tua? Look,
Yeah.
well, I'll let you make your point, Joey, because I
Tua's
have.
only being successful right now because of Tyreek Hill. It's the players around him. It's the players around him. It's the players around him.
Tyreek Hill has
Well, that's why. So what?
Tyreek Hill has a magnet in order for the fucking ball to get to his hands, or how is that working, Joey? Because I'm not understanding it.
And what about Bryce Young's receiving corps? He doesn't have any help. Like his receiving corps, he has no.
And the Texans?
Oh shit! So you're telling me like Nico Collins is not that good? It's third year. He's still a third year guy.
Good, but he's good because of Stroud. It's obvious he's good because of Stroud.
Right.
But Tyreek Hill, if you tell me you have a fucking guy that runs a 4.2 40, a 4.1 40, a 4.40 flat that fucking went voluntarily, he went to go fucking run an amateur 100-yard dash. Motherfucker ran it in sunglasses, blew everybody out by 4 or 5 fucking seconds. Voluntarily. If you know what he's good at offense, you give me a guy that can fucking sprint a fucking 40-yard dash and will break a fucking defense open. Everybody else down the middle is going to be open.
So you're telling me Tyreek Hill has made Tua?
Tyreek Hill's making that offense. Yes.
Wow.
Tyreek Hill's making Tua. Tua was
The quarterback's got to be a little bit of talented too, man. It just can't be.
I'm not saying he sucks. I'm not saying he sucks.
But you said he was. You said he was Tim Tebow 2.0.
Joey,
his mechanics. His mechanics. He has Tim Tebow mechanics.
Joey, but if you're telling me that Tua's power or Tua's forte is his speed, then that has to equal to a bomb. And in order to throw a fucking bomb,
it took him a while.
You gotta be pretty fucking good, don't you?
He had a weak arm. You didn't see some of the videos. Like he's doing pretty well this year. He's throwing the deep ball, but he fucking had to because he had to. He was underestimating.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's doing it. So at what point is it gonna be like, oh, he's doing it? And
this is just my personal opinion based off what I've seen. That offense is more Tyreek than it is Tua. There are some offenses that you see. Aaron Rodgers. That offense is more Aaron Rodgers than anybody else around him.
I disagree because when Adams left, it showed that it might have been more Adams than Rodgers to begin with.
You fucking left him with a bunch of rookies.
It's like Patrick Mahomes now.
No me estás diciendo que él es Mr. Watch Me.
Okay, all right, let's go with this. Dak Prescott. He's been playing with a bunch of nobodies, or he's playing with fucking elite receivers and elite running backs that there's no excuse that he shouldn't be producing or throwing all those picks.
Well, CeeDee Lamb is pretty good.
Finally getting. If you notice that the past couple weeks that you're bragging about his Dak's stats, who has been leading in receiving? Cooks. Lamb finally this week against Seattle, he finally went back. But the 3 games before that, Cooks was leading.
What? But what do you mean? CeeDee Lamb had like 3 or 4 straight games.
Talking about the talent level around him. Okay, hold on. Let's go back. I'm losing track about wherever this thing was going.
Yes, Stroud and Young. Yes.
Stroud is Young. I'm not saying there will when the records would be the same, but Stroud to me is a better quarterback. It was clear and obvious in college.
I think for me, if the roles were switched around, I think Young would have the better team success right now because with the Panthers, he lost 2 of his starting linemen. It was the left guard and right guard. So already starting with a bad offensive line.
Better team success. Sorry, better team success. They'll have a better record?
Yes. Whoa, not better record than the Texans. No. Like, he would be like...
have a better record.
No, not a better record. Like,
right now.
No. What I meant is that Bryce Young right now would be like in the same position as Stroud is, and Stroud would be where Young is.
He would not be completing the same passes that Stroud.
And wait, also the one thing that you love to say whenever you say that I talk about young players being busts immediately is the situation and the coaching.
No, I'm 110% agreeing with you.
Yeah,
Stroud,
so that's also
a perfect situation. Yes, Bryce Young went into a fucking shitty situation. Do you remember a couple years back I said about Justin Fields?
Mm-hmm.
I said to me he's the most talented quarterback coming out of this draft. But as soon as the Bears drafted him, what did I say? His career's over. His career's fucking over. Him being in
if
Chicago
I didn't screenshot it didn't happen.
Worst. I'm very confident it fucking happened. I'm gonna look for it. I'm very confident. I remember telling my buddies, I said I was bragging about Justin Fields. I said it was the year when Trevor Lawrence and all them were like, no, bro, Justin Fields, Justin Fields. And then it's like he got to Chicago. Forget it. His career is done. Is over. And what happened every year after? He's had a new head coach, a new offensive coordinator. He hasn't had a fucking offensive line at all. They think them fucking getting now that move was a smart move, getting DJ Moore and all those picks. But hopefully now that you got to invest on offensive line and continue to get those weapons. Panthers set Bryce Young up to fucking fail. They
Oh
overpaid
yeah,
for Bryce Young.
and that's what I'm saying, Joey.
The owner's not gonna admit it, but everybody fucking knows that was a splash. It was a new fucking owner. I want the first pick. Let me fucking. I don't give a shit. Trade away everybody. I don't give a fuck. That's a win now move. You're not in win now move, motherfucker. Now you're stuck, and now you're gonna see your pick be the number one pick again. Like that's so stupid.
I
They have no talent around them.
I still think that we can't judge Young just yet, just because of the situation that he's in, and also, damn, I lost my trail of thought here. What I was gonna say, we can't judge him. This was it because Trevor Lawrence was going in the same route until Dougie P came in and saved him.
Yes.
So the Panthers need to hire somebody like that and see if they could save him because and see where that goes. I think the team just needs a whole rebuild focused around him. Sucks that the picks aren't him. Yeah. It sucks that the picks aren't going to be for them this upcoming year. But, you know, the one thing that I'm going to say, Joey, you know, the Panthers are what, 1-12 or 1-13?
Yeah, don't remind me who their
you know that one win
against. Yes, I know. I remember that. That was Stroud. That was Stroud's mistake because he learned that he went too early. Yeah,
but he had a horrible game. Stroud threw for 140 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 picks.
Exactly what you're talking about. Those 2 weeks are gonna fucking hurt the Texans. This when they lost against the Falcons and they lost against the Panthers. Back-to-back games where they lost on field goals. Trust me, I know. You take away. I said it before. You take away those 2 games, they would be what's their record now?
7-6, I think. 7-6.
No, they're 8. I think they're 8-6. No, they're 7-5. I don't know, 9-3, whatever. They'd be fucking. I think there was another game where they also lost by a field goal. Now here's the thing. Yes, you're right. You have to build around. You have to protect your quarterback, protect your investment. I honestly thought when the Texans hired D'Amico Ryans, I'm like, they're gonna go defense. They're gonna draft Will Anderson. He's gonna get his protege. They're gonna go that route.
Bobby Slowick, whatever the fuck his name is, the coordinator for the Texans.
Yeah, I was talking. Wow. He was the quarterback coach for the 49ers. And as soon as he got hired, the first move he did is like, I'm taking this motherfucker with me. So.
Yeah, I researched the coordinator and.
So when they hired D'Amico, after that, what did the Nick Caserio he did? He re-signed Tunsil. He invested on your left tackle, made him the highest paid left tackle.
I was about to say overpaid.
The next two after that, almost. Because I thought he was about to be overpaid. Motherfucker wasn't fucking producing. He kept getting injured, but they got him on a 3-year deal, so it's like, fine. Then what do? They went and stole 2 security blankets, and I'm pretty sure Dak is missing, but now he's falling in love with Ferguson. They went ahead and took Schultz and Jordan. You get 2 veteran security blankets for your rookie receiver. That and where you're setting up then when I saw those two moves alone, I was like, nah, they're gonna get a quarterback. I was not expecting the Will Anderson trade. I think they kind of overpaid for him, but he's starting to come along and be that defensive anchor for them late. He was really big for their last game. He's improved every game. He's fucking improving. So I'm not complaining.
Carlos, what do you think? Stroud and Young would be having the same success?
I think Stroud would have the Panthers just a little bit better than Young does. I wouldn't say as good as the Texans as what he's done in Houston, but that's more of a personnel thing, truthfully, because I think Houston has a better roster.
But in that weak division that was there, I mean, I don't know, man. Stroud is good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to shit on Stroud. But
I don't know if I've seen enough Panther games to truly be like make a full decision on Young yet. I just know that I I I mean, from what I've seen Stroud do in Houston, I
mhm.
think he would have the Panthers in a better situation than they're currently in.
Yeah, ever since I picked up some Texans receivers for my fantasy, I've been keeping a little close
We'll see,
eye
we'll see how Stroud's gonna do in the next couple of weeks without Dell.
without Tank. Yeah.
Because Stroud and Dell, they've had that fucking connection since the fucking pre-draft, since NFL Combine.
But yeah,
So,
enough about the rookies.
so
All
what do you
right.
want to talk about now?
Let's talk about let's move on. Let's move on. Yeah. Stroud and Young. Let's talk about the in-season tournaments. Switch up the gears a little bit here, and we'll talk a little bit of basketball to end the podcast. And one thing that I wanted to talk about that I mentioned to you guys was the Indiana Pacers and Tyrese Halliburton. They shocked the NBA by defeating the Boston Celtics to advance to the semifinals of the in-season tournament. Now, it's been a lot of a splash for Tyrese Halliburton. He's becoming a superstar, or he is a superstar on the rise. And there was one question that came up on my feed that I thought was very interesting. Did the Sacramento Kings trade the wrong player and should have traded De'Aaron Fox instead of Halliburton? Carlos, I know you had something to say.
I do. I honestly believe, and I mean, I can't come up with like any other true examples, but I mean, we've been following basketball for quite a bit, and I can't think of a more balanced trade than this one in a very long time. Like, I can't think of one that to even compare to say that one was just tit for tat. Like, everybody won. Both players had success. Like, nobody went and like, okay, well, he got money but went to a shitty team, or went to a good team but took a pay cut. Like, I feel like in this one, everybody won. Both teams got better. One, I feel like if the Kings would have gone with Halliburton, you kind of just told your guy that you drafted, like, hey,
But
thanks, we found a new one, as opposed to go get yourself a different piece. Like, you already got a point guard. Why are you gonna trust the new one, even though he does look polished and that?
But the
there's nothing
Pacers
wrong
got to
with him?
do that, though. The Pacers got to go look for another star because they got rid of Sabonis. Yeah. So
Yeah,
they
it is.
gambled with the new guy. I think that
But they went all-star for all-star, Bert. What do you mean? Yeah, they're the ones that gambled. I felt like the Kings would have done a gamble if they got rid of what I like to think was a more secure pick in that moment.
in Fox,
Correct.
with
In
Fox,
that moment, you didn't know what Halliburton was going to be. What was that? A year and a half ago?
yeah, because it's barely his
Yeah.
second or third year for Halliburton.
Yeah, so like Halliburton didn't even finish his rookie season with the Kings, correct?
No, he did.
No, he did.
It was the next year.
Yeah, it was. He
Yeah.
got traded 2 or 3 days after he said, "I want to be here for the rebuild."
Oh, that's right.
This
that's
is one of the first. This is one of the first. Well, one of the few, very few, like what you said, where where
I can't
both
think
of
of a
them,
more balanced
both
one.
of
And
them,
like
both of them won.
win-win.
They both
Win
won.
for team, win for player, win for
'Cause
staff. Like,
there's no way. There was no way they were gonna make the playoffs without Sabonis.
Yeah,
Sabonis is the perfect.
but then look
player
at the
with De'Aaron
Pacers.
Fox.
They didn't even make the
Sabonis-
playoffs. They got
Sabonis-
worse.
The
Yeah,
Sabonis,
but
exactly.
I feel
That's
like
the thing.
but I feel like Turner and Sabonis didn't work together, Bert.
Yeah, it's not only that. Sabonis is the perfect pairing teammate with Fox. Fox is an up and down scoring
Slasher.
whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah, like Sabonis is more of a ground and pound or whatever. Like,
roller.
yeah, so like it's not. It just wasn't
Wow.
gonna work. And like you're right, Bert. Like it's a success because why the Kings made the playoffs before because they didn't. Pacers, that
Mhm.
you said they got worse. This, I'm sorry, I hate to say this, but this run and gun, fucking scoring 200 points a fucking game, it's only gonna get you so far. It can win, be
Mhm.
flashy, get you all these games, but come playoff time, that shit's gonna fucking slow down. I don't. To me, the Pacers right now, they're young, they're exciting, great. Whoa,
Rick Carlos
go
got him
Jim.
playing well too. You got to give credit to Halliburton's success.
Carlisle, for the first time, he actually like I see him fucking switching up. 'Cause I don't remember him being like this, like fucking like, oh, go fucking play, go run, like
Okay.
Carlisle's probably one of the most underrated championship coaches. Like, people will ride Doc Rivers and Ty Lue's championship tail for fucking years, but forget that Carlisle did it too. And
I mean, they all have one.
That's what I'm saying. All three of them have one, but if you put them, like, if you ask anybody on ESPN, Carlisle, Rivers, or Lou, everyone's gonna go with Lou right now. But nobody can tell you why. But everyone is gonna answer Lou because he answered LeBron. Because he did LeBron. Because he coached LeBron James.
Yeah, no. He
coaching maneuvers that Tyronn Lue.
Yes, that's the one coach I see making adjustments quarter to quarter.
The lead is going to get him that allure. I guess. Sure. I'm not gonna take it away from him because he did it, but like.
To go back to if I may, just to clarify, to answer your question, I think both of them, there's really no win a lot. I think they both won because obviously they both each found their own success. The Kings found their success earlier compared to Halliburton, but it's still fucking early, dude. Like, this kid just hitting a hot fucking streak. Jordan Poole hit a fucking hot streak like that, then he got fucking smacked a couple months later.
He's gonna end up leaving either way. He's saying the right things, but he's not gonna stay in Indiana. He's not.
Who, Halliburton?
Yeah, he's not.
You're saying he's not gonna stay. He's not gonna stay in it. You think he's gonna leave?
He's gonna leave. ¿Qué les pasa?
No.
¿Qué les pasa? Paul George?
I don't think so. No.
Danny Granger?
No, I don't think so. You want to know why? Because of the comment that he made in Sacramento. And if he fucking goes out, he will fucking get to him like, hey, motherfucker, didn't you say in Sacramento you wanted to be here for the rebuild? Where you were here for Indiana's rebuild, they built around you, and you're gonna.
¿Y qué le pasó a Damian Lillard? It took him only fucking 14 years or what?
I'm not saying forever, but he's gonna do it 10 years.
But there's a difference. There's a difference. Who is in front office there in Indiana?
I'm not sure who's in there.
Larry Bird.
He's still in the front office right now?
Yeah. He was the one.
You think that guy is gonna stop collecting a paycheck when all he has to do is go yell at motherfuckers what to do? Fuck no! You keep giving me that NBA paycheck, baby.
Nah, I trust Larry Bird in that front office to make a good move. There's a reason why they were probably hesitant to trade.
He hired his homie for a reason.
Yeah, so I think
very rare do franchises fire a coach and then hire him again.
Yeah, so I think Indiana, they have a bright future.
Are you sure? It says here he was only an advisor 16 and 17. Y ahorita no hay nada.
Bert, come on.
Maybe, I could be wrong. I don't know for a fact. I like to believe he's still there, but maybe not.
Because I know he was there. Yeah, he only coached that one.
Look up who's the GM and who's the president of basketball operations for the Indiana Pacers. I'm almost certain it's Larry Bird.
Larry Bird's return to Indiana as a consultant. That motherfucker's not consulting shit. He's fucking
consultant. Yeah,
he's running the fucking show. Yeah, no, it says right here.
Dirk's the consultant. Larry Bird is running it.
Yeah, it says right here. Larry Bird is looking as serious than ever. And cross arm with Indiana coach Rick Carlisle, assistant GM. Yeah, so he's there still.
He's advising, but he's not making the decisions.
He's advising you to listen to me, motherfucker. That's what he's doing. But no, I think he's good. But Halliburton needs to remember his teammates. He don't fall into that whole scoring point guard. You know how I feel about that, because once you shut him down, everybody else shuts down. Healed, he needs to be that Ray Allen type of runs, curl, whatever, spot up. But here's what happens. I'll even bring up your boy Mitchell. What did I say? You put a scoring machine in that fucking little thing and it just messes everybody up.
But somebody's got to do it though. But I thought Darius Garland did it more efficiently.
You have a stud big man in what's his name?
Jared Allen, Evan Mobley.
Where he's young. He's not a Tyson Chandler type of whatever. Jared Allen, he's the kind like, I don't need the ball. I'll fucking get the ball my own. But if you fucking throw a couple lobs his way, you fucking get
Jared Allen and Evan Mobley do a very good, they remind me of Blake Griffin and DeAndre Jordan when they had a really good high-low together. I was about to.
They
work well, but
you were going with that, but
I don't see it as often when it was just Darius with the ball, because now it's Mitchell trying to drive and score and shoot, and there's not a lot of opportunities to go to that high-low game.
If I was Cleveland, I'd trade Mitchell for some tier 2.
Well,
tier
they need
3.
to this season. They need to, because he's gonna
need to
walk.
bolster up. They need to bolster up that fucking bench. Like get a couple like B, C good,
Hey, some of those
fucking
guys are.
PJ Tuckers of the world, the fucking, like
Nah, hombre,
those
PJ Tucker. Have you seen? Have you seen his last 9 games that I
Yes,
saw?
he hasn't scored a single fucking point. Yeah, but
Wow.
but why do they want him? He's not there to be fucking scoring.
But the
He's
fucking
there to be-
Clippers haven't even been winning. He's taking
Well,
minutes
that's
away
that's
from
that's
Westbrook.
The Clippers. That's the fucking Clippers. That they're a fucking mess. But I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit what they fucking do. They can add another superstar all they want.
Amazing that Tyronn Lue can't even fix that shit.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Because he fixes
It's
everything.
about right. It's about right. Bro, Larry Bird walks into a room and tells everybody, I'm LL and I'm not Cool J, bro. It's Larry Legend. You listen to what the fuck I gotta say.
Fuck him.
But
One thing is being a player, one thing is being an exec.
We'll see.
I agree, but I mean,
We'll see how Indiana finishes the season. I mean, they're still in the middle.
They're
of the
6
pack,
right
and
now.
it's just
Yeah, they're not even like that good. They're just. We'll see how the season goes. Ya ves como ustedes me estaban diciendo about Cleveland.
I mean, who's
and
number one in who's in number one in the West?
Yeah, but you
Who's
were
number one in
talking
the West?
about Cleveland when they were 3-0, bro. No mames.
The fact that you want to bring this up and you haven't even brought up the fucking Timberwolves,
Timberwolves.
being number one in the fucking West.
They're gonna come back down to earth too, man.
I know they are, and I can't fucking wait so I can throw it in fucking Cat's face. Cause oh my god, bro, the most overhyped fucking big man ever. What do you say? The best shooting big man in NBA history?
Yeah.
I just can't wait
All
till
right.
they fucking come down.
Yeah, we'll see. I can't wait till we start focusing more and more a little bit on the NBA. They're coming back down to earth too, Joey. They're coming back down.
Who's number 3 in the East?
They're gonna come back down. That's not gonna.
They have some good solidified W's though. I'll just tell you this. Hey, shout out to OKC. OKC number 2 right now. They're fucking balling right now. Fucking Chet Holmgren.
Oh yeah, rookie of the year. That's my rookie of the year.
Wemby over
Then
hype.
strict.
That's gonna be like I said, Chet. He might become like one of my favorite players, man, to watch. Like AD ya se está bajando. He's like my injured reserve spot. Like I shifted him to the injured reserve, like in fantasy, and then like I'll submit Chet Holmgren in for him. Cause I love how he plays. He's like, pues está flaquito y está todo, but he's not fucking backing down. He fucking dunks in your face, and he's gonna fucking scream in your face and show it. And
He reminds me, not necessarily attitude, but like, just like tenacity, and he's just gonna keep coming at you. A young KG. Like he didn't even know what the fuck he was doing, but he was just fucking wilding out there, blocking shots, running like crazy, dunking on motherfuckers. Little flashes to me of young Kevin Garnett.
all right, pues yeah, you heard it here first. Carlos is calling Chet Holmgren a future Hall of Famer.
Nah, a good defensive player.
Hey, you said he reminded of KG.
This motherfucker just flashes of their rookie, like of both of them when they were early on in the NBA.
You heard it here first. First ballot Hall of Famer, Chet Holmgren.
20 games in.
Yeah.
Te
But-
mamaste, güey.
All right, guys. Well, I'm glad the fucking camera actually lasted this long. I can't believe it after the fucking
Yeah.
struggle we had for an hour and a half.
It
but-
truly is surprising. I wonder what it can be, man. But here we are.
We'll see. We'll take it.
Got to the back end. I didn't even record my session because I never knew when we were rolling, and I never hit record.
No faith. But all right, guys.
Nah,
Well,
because I forgot to hit record. Truthfully.
we'll see. We'll see next week. We'll see what it holds. See if I figure out camera issues. But for
Lakers
now,
Suns tonight, Lakers or Suns?
for what?
Season tournament.
Suns.
Lakers,
Pinche Laker fan.
LeBron.
No faith.
Oh, I'm just
No faith in
spectating.
me. No faith
No, I'm
in
talking
AD.
about Joey. I'm talking about Joey. He said Suns.
Yeah. I mean, is
Oh,
KD even
Oh,
playing?
Throw always on defense because we know you're ready to hop teams.
Is KD even playing? Is he still playing or no?
Yeah,
Durant's on the
Beal's
floor,
not
yeah.
playing.
Beal's not on.
Yeah. Okay, doesn't even matter. But anyways, all right, guys. Morning Fanatic,
Filthy Texican.
Black Mamba, we're out.